Welcome to this word of hope. It's Friday, December 6th. Happy feast of St. Nicholas. Today we have Jesus healing two blind men. One of the great mysteries of the incarnation that we're going to be celebrating at Christmas is that despite what we might hope for or think from God when it comes to salvation or facing the problem of evil, is that somehow he needs to sort of, despite our humanity, come and intervene. What the incarnation does first is set this basic decree of God, where he says, your humanity is good. By taking on human form, Christ affirms that our humanity is a wonder. It's a beautiful thing, something that God pays attention to, had created, and wishes its fullness. And we see the great fullness of our humanity in the very person of Christ. The great prophecies of Isaiah that we read through this entire season speak of not a sort of changing or a sort of, well, that was a bad thing, I'm going to replace it with something else. But he takes the very creation and restores it. Even if it's capable of going bad, he restores it. He makes the blind see. He makes the deaf hear. He makes the lame walk. He makes rivers flow, flowers bloom, doing the things that they were created for, and not just once, but for this fullness and the best part of it possible. Here we have Jesus going and reaffirming our humanity and passing that word that in his humanity, he shows us how God sees us and uses our humanity, whether it's to restore us or whether to use those possibilities of suffering or those possibilities of feeling lonely or those possibilities of where we hope for a deeper presence of God. He uses our humanity for the good of not just the individual, but for all. And he says, though we may suffer, we hear this with his disciples, I am in the midst of your suffering. I too suffered, but I promise you, I will use it for your redemption, for the greater good of yourself and for those around you. That's the great mystery. It doesn't deny our humanity, celebrates it and uses it and restores it. The glory of God, drawing people to feel more alive and to flourish. In this Christmas season, let us celebrate the incarnation. Let us see ourselves and our neighbor as fundamentally good. And in our lives, draw closer to the truth of the beauty of who we are, to see ourselves as God sees us, and love one another as God has loved us. God bless.